How's it going, Top Voice TV? My name is Jack, and welcome to my review of the Watford game that's just taken place at the City Ground. Now, a much better, more solid defensive performance from the Reds. Just seeing Worrell back there just really assured the back line up. You know, Figueiredo looked far better today compared to the last two games when he's had an absolute stinker in both of them. He looked a different player out there. So much better, and that's the Joe Worrell effect for you. I tweeted after the Swansea game that I wanted Worrell back in the side. He was back in the side, and he was a lot better. I said I wanted him back to fitness. So yeah, he's back, and he just looked a lot better. And you've got to look at it. Will McKenna come back after his injury? You know, we don't know what the injury is, but there's been reports he's got an injury. I'd like to see Worrell and McKenna. I think that'll be an absolutely superb back line. But Figueiredo just turned into a different player today alongside Worrell. Going forward, we had 12 shots, but none of them on target, which is something obviously we need to work on. But you've got to take the positives. We stopped a free scoring Watford from scoring, which, if you're doing that, you must be doing something right. A lot better today, defensively, a lot more solid. And I liked the midfield three. Cafu looked really lively going forward. He came in as a bit of a DM and more of a defensive midfielder, but he didn't look like that today. He was going forward. He was trying to make things happen. He was really, really good, and I really liked him today. I think he was, fantastic. Arthur played well. One thing, though, I do need to comment on. Arthur needs to stop trying to shoot. I don't know whether he's just not catching it, but he's had a couple of shots over the past couple of games, and he's not hit any of them sweetly at all. They've all bobbled off or gone, completely in the opposite direction. But yeah, he had a good game. Yates had a good game as well. I really like that three midfield. I don't think Yates and Colback, like I mentioned in the preview, can really work together. I think that midfield three looked really, really good, and I was really happy with it. First half, Lolly was poor. Second half, Lolly looked better. Not back to his normal self by any means, but he looked better. Knockout played well, linked up well with Christie. He's lacking a little bit of confidence, I think, to try that sort of bit of flair that we know he's got. And Taylor, he battled, he really, tried to bully the defenders, but I think he just didn't really have that service into him that he could really feed off. It was more just like trying to flick it on or trying to, direct a header goalward. So I think we need to really work on our final third play, our end products, like the pass before the goal. I think once we do that, if we can defend like we defended today, then we're improving. We're really improving, and I'm happy with what I've seen out there. Real improvements defensively and a lot more positives in that aspect. In terms of Watford, they were poor. The referee, though, had an absolute howler. He had a stinker, that referee. How Nathaniel Chalobah did not get sent off is beyond me. Two awful tackles, which any of them you wouldn't have complained if it was a red, but you got a yellow card for the first one. You think that's awful refereeing, but you think, well, next small foul, little trip, clip, anything is off. An almost identical tackle away goes flying in, but nothing because the referee allowed play on. Nothing. He didn't go back. No talking to. No yellow card. Nothing. He had an absolute howler, and then he allowed Ben Wilmot to come on when Cathcart was getting treatment at a corner. I'm not sure whether that's allowed, but the commentary was saying that it wasn't allowed, so I'm guessing it's not. But yeah, a really frustrating one to take, refereeing-wise. Maybe on a different day, if Chalobah got a red card, could have opened the game up and we could have maybe got all 3 points. But yeah, really good, promising steps taken defensively. We looked a lot better, and to nullify a Watford team who can score goals like they do, it's only positive. So yeah, man of the match for Forest. I'd say Joe Worrell came back in and had a really good game, really assured the defence, Cafu as well. I'd probably give man of the match to Cafu. I think he really looked lively in the midfield, and I'd start him. I'd start him against Reading, in the middle of the park. He really looked lively and he looked an attacking threat, and that's something that we've missed out on recently. So yeah, definitely. I'd probably say Worrell or Cafu, but I'd edge towards Cafu. So if you did enjoy, hit the like button, subscribe to Top 5 TV and TFTV Extra. Go on, you Reds.